Hi there, Eric Bakker, naturopath, author of Candida Crusher. I'm here to talk to you today, do a video about clove. Clove is going to be the number 3 Candida crushing food, or thing you can incorporate into your diet. So let's talk a little bit about clove. You may be familiar with clove. Clove is a very aromatic spice, and it's often found in the very hot tropical sort of regions it's grown, and it's harvested in a couple of small areas. It's harvested really, there's an island group called the Maluku Islands in Indonesia where it's primarily harvested. Also in Zanzibar, Tanzania, Madagascar, Sri Lanka. There are many other countries where clove plantations are grown. So clove's been used now for many hundreds of years, and particularly in Holland where I grew up. Clove's been used really since the 1600s, when the Dutch, with their East Indian Trading Company, would bring lots of spices back from Indonesia. So it's been incorporated into Dutch food for quite a long time. So what are the virtues of clove? Why is it so good? Well, let's have a look at some research and study that was conducted on clove. And if we have a look at 1999 in India, a study was conducted where they compared clove, garlic and various pharmaceutical antifungal agents. And what they found was quite interesting. They found that garlic in particular, within 1 hour of incorporation into a petri dish with bacteria like various staph and strep bacteria and even salmonella, within 1 hour the garlic would kill and wipe out these things. Clove took a little bit longer. Clove took about 4 to 5 hours to wipe these things out, but it was just as powerful as garlic. The thing I like about clove is it's cheap, readily available, and even the commercially bought stuff in a supermarket, if you buy dry clove like this, it's going to have a good activity. So clove contains an essential oil called eugenol. You may be familiar with clove with a toothache. If you put a drop of clove oil on a cotton bud on a tooth, it's going to help the pain considerably. So it's a good tip for you, so you can use it for that. It's a nice spice that people use in baking, in cookies and things like that. But when it comes to fungus, it's amazing. They did a study in Portugal in 2009, and what they found was eugenol was effective against all fungal strains. So even fluconazole-resistant fungal strains. But furthermore, it actually stopped Candida from growing the hyphae, or the little legs or tendrils that it can do in the intestine, which can penetrate the small bowel wall and create leaky gut. It actually stops the hyphae. So, this needs to be seriously thought of as an antifungal agent. So if you get an antifungal supplement, make sure there's clove in it. Okay, it's very powerful to use. I had a case of a guy in about a year or two ago now with very bad jock itch. And I said, well, why don't you try clove tea? So he got a teaspoon of cloves and a cup of boiling water and made a strong tea and applied this to the groin a few times per day, and the results were staggering. I was absolutely amazed. Clove should not be used in any concentration stronger than 1% if you're using the oil. So if you're going to use the oil, 1 drop of clove oil in maybe a large tablespoon of olive oil is good to use. And you could mix this in. You could even try tampon treatment with clove oil incorporated like that for vaginal thrush. Clove oil is very strong, and you need to take a lot of caution with clove oil, even more so than with oregano oil around the eyes and the genitals. So you would never use the oil straight anywhere on the body. But you can use a drop of it on a bud in your mouth on a tooth. Don't swallow it. Clove oil is a hepatotoxin, so it can create liver toxicity. But you don't need to swallow clove oil. You just use it sparingly and use the tea. It also soothes gastrointestinal distress, nausea. It's an analgesic for pain. It's antifungal, antibacterial. It has 101 uses. So seriously consider clove. And you can read a lot more about clove in Candida Crusher in Chapter 7 in Section 4 under the Special Foods. Thank you.